That's crazy, man. Remember that? The Freedom Ninjas? Libertarian Republic? Dude, I think his website was literally like thelibertarianrepublic.com. I remember never being able to find it because I had to type in thelibertarianrepublic.com. Yeah, that guy's a goof. Now he's like some kind of Israeli partisan. What the fuck happened to him? He used to be based. Or at least I thought he was when he was debating Tom Hartman on Russia Today. Yeah, those were the days, huh? Man, 2016. That was like 10 years ago almost to the day. I think that was April 2016 is when I did that interview. History only repeats itself, doesn't it? Yeah, those were good times.
Sneako's favorite baseball team is the Cleveland Browns. Jem Loves Christ sent $50.
It's a little lazy.
Australian Groy Pet here. Great show and looking good as always. Quater Zip shows how lean you are.
True.
I was wondering if you would add an XS merch size for some of the Groy Pets.
Oh.
God bless.
Maybe. Yeah, it does, right? Because you can see my neck. When I'm wearing a suit, it's almost like my face looks fatter because it like pushes my neck up. You know, so I still look lean. And I still love lean, but yeah, when it's down like this, you can really see the transformation. You can really see the mogging. Dude, I just devastate. Devastating mog. So, yeah. We're ascending, and it's going to get even better. It's only going to get better. We're only going to keep ascending. But yeah, I feel like I might need to do no suit and just, or maybe no tie. That way you could see the transformation a little bit better.
Giga Groip sent $50. Are Lithuanians white?
Yeah, bro, I guess. Yeah, they are, I suppose. I know some Lithuanians, and they're pretty white. Yeah, they're pretty white.
Sent $20. Do you own a suit? You chud?
Okay.
Bro Hyper Joe sent 25.
I love when people say, like, I hate wearing a suit. That's like that Casey Push did some video where he's like, I hate wearing a suit. I don't trust people that wear suits. People wearing suits always trying to fuck us over. And it's like, bro, like, we hate you. Like, we hate you. You are subhuman. Yes, from time to time, you need to wear a suit. It shows fucking respect. Peasant. There's nothing in the world I hate more than that when people have that mentality like, oh, they got me wearing a suit. My wife made me wear a suit. I can't believe this. I can't wait to take this thing off when I get home. It's like, are you a fucking child? How old are you? What are you, 7 years old? Oh, I don't like wearing a suit. It's not comfortable. I want to wear basketball shorts and my fucking overalls or whatever. I want to wear a straw hat and overalls. What are you, 11 years old? You're a fucking man. Grow up. You need to wear a suit sometimes. You're running for office. You need to be presentable. It's called you respect the audience. You wear a fucking suit. There's nothing I hate more. That is like the epitome of this chip on the shoulder, you know, cultural Marxist mentality. I saw one of those things from Casey Push and I was like, the next, swipe left. And his tie was all messed up. It's like, you're a grown-ass man. You don't know how to tie a tie. Well, they got me wearing this suit because I'm doing this campaign, I guess. Like, okay, bro. Shouldn't you be laying bricks or something? Like, but you know, that's fine. That's great. But when you're in politics, yeah, you need to wear a suit. Sorry. Does that cramp your style? No offense to bricklayers, but it's like, you're in politics. That's the uniform. It's what you have to do. Would we want someone that can't wear a suit running the country? It's a big country. You need to be smart and know about stuff.
Berserker Grow
I'm not really following
How can you
all
move
that.
on without Sneeko? Years from now, when you'll meet again, he'll pull you aside and say, why didn't you fight for me? He cares about you. He just has a hard time expressing it.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Well, it's like that meme of like the guy mining for diamonds and you quit just before you know, here's my belief. You love something, you have to let it go. And if it's yours, it will come back to you. If it doesn't, it was not ever really yours. Such is life, isn't it? This is applicable to many things. And so we love Sneeko. We tried to hang on to him, but we had to let him go. We have to go to war against him. It's on site now. Iceman, nice man, hot, cold, like it's on site. But, you know, who knows? Maybe someday he'll find his way back to the Groypers. He'll stop being a fucking nuisance. Old Sneeko, the old Sneeko. Look, we tried. You can't say we didn't try. I was so nice And even after he fucking dissed me over and over and over and over, he didn't want to collab. Then he brought Jew Kazarian on the show right after. Then he's dissing me all week, saying this stuff about, oh, you said Clav was the prophet, now you're criticizing him. It's like, yeah, he switched up kind of. And I still love the guy, but I don't agree with what he's doing. And then it's, oh, the way he handled Candace, and he's not a unifier. So we tried it that way. And in life, you have to let go. Everything is going. You have to just let go. You can't hang on. You got to let it go. Why didn't you fight for me? He don't give a shit, bro. He does not give a shit.
Hunter Biden's Coke dealer sent $20. What's your thoughts about people joining the military trying to serve their country with this government? You think it's even worth it? God bless, I love watching your show. It gives me a lot of hope.
Thoughts about people joining them? I think it's a bad idea right now because you'll probably just die for
Gamju
Israel.
sent $20. You said you found out about Dan Bilzerian being 12% Jewish a few weeks ago, but then you tweeted today that you were talking about him in that Tucker clip from months ago? Make it make sense.
Yeah, this is why we call you low. This is why we call you Goyim.
Groiper dad sent $100. 41-year-old dad.
Wait, but you said he would. Holy, went right over your head. Holy stupid department. That was so funny, by the way. He goes, you fucking asshole. You said a Jew was your best friend. I'm like, yeah, I was talking about you. You let me down. You're just like the rest of them. Yeah, the best friend in question, it was you. It was always you. And you prove that you're all the fucking same.
Groiper dad, longtime viewer, first-time donor. Emma Poor. Keeping it short. Good show.
Oh, see, look at this is like that parable of that old lady who gives her last coin to the show. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, buddy. W Poor.
Groiper dad 18 cent 20.
That's a W Poor person.
Groiper dad, if government investigates you, Plaza never talk about details on air like Hassan's dumbass just did. DOJ lawyers are gonna fuck him.
Oh, thanks for the advice. Bro, I know. I kept my mouth shut about J6 for 4 years, basically. That was the other thing. You know what really was fucked up about J6? Is I was getting called a Fed for years, and I could not even defend myself. Would you like to know why? Because the Democrats convened a subcommittee to subpoena me and compel deposition. So for years, people were saying, oh, you're a Fed, January 6th, blah, blah, blah. I could not even talk about it fully in public because if I did, it could have brought down attention and problems from the DOJ. So I remember when all that stuff started coming out, when people started attacking me for that in like 2023, it's like I'm fighting with two arms tied behind my back. I know very well how that goes. I had very good lawyers, and that's why I really didn't talk about it too much until only maybe about a year ago, 2 years ago, right around the time Trump won the election. Because up until that point, I really didn't want to get into it because the Democrats are being very aggressive. Now, after 22, they lost the House. They didn't have the subcommittee.
In the seventh segment, Nick reflects on the legal and political fallout of the January 6th Capitol attack and its impact on his career. He explains his past silence on the event, citing congressional subpoenas and investigations by the Department of Justice, and discusses the frustration of being labeled a government informant by political rivals. This segment provides a rare look into the real-world legal pressures faced by alternative political figures. For researchers, it highlights the tension between public political performance and the private legal realities of facing federal scrutiny. Nick's defense of his strategic silence illustrates how legal self-preservation can conflict with the expectations of an online audience that demands constant, unfiltered commentary. It also shows how accusations of government infiltration are used as weapons within highly factional online political communities.
But they still had the DOJ, so.
Nick, did you like your first beer? Are you going to continue to drink? I'm drinking right now and it feels great.
No, I just did it because, look, Gavin bought me a beer. What better time to have a first beer than we're in New York. It's a beautiful day. Gavin's here, the GOAT, who I really love Gavin. I really, not to get corny or whatever, but he really is one of the OGs who put me on in every way. Not onto the scene, but like red-pilled me. So it's like I'm with my nigga, the true GOAT. We're at this historic bar. He was telling me about how like Abraham Lincoln was there or something. Like I said, beautiful day in New York, having a great weekend. I was like, what the fuck? I'll take a sip. He bought me. He wouldn't take no for an answer. He's like, what do you want, a ginger ale? I'm like, yeah, Diet Coke. He's like, have a beer. I'm like, I don't drink. He's like, why? I'm like, just don't. So I took a sip. I didn't have a full beer, just so you know, I didn't drink I probably had 2 sips, 2 little baby sips, and I didn't particularly like it. So I don't know if I'll do it again.
Unique Warg sent $100. Congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Fishback. Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming. I like that. That's good. Just keep swimming. Fishback needs to just keep swimming. Yes, congratulations to the married couple. They're on their Disney honeymoon. Yo, turn up at Epcot for me. Dude, I wish I could go to Epcot. Yo, let's go to Epcot. I want to go to that Mexican restaurant at Epcot. Remember that Mexican restaurant at Epcot where they have like that indoor pyramid? That's so cool. Yeah, we got to get back there. We got to get back to that. Take me back to Epcot. Take me back to the Mexican restaurant at Epcot. Something so cool about just all the different like countries of the world, different restaurants. I'm about to go full Disney adult.
Zerka was right all along. All those sneak disses when you guys used to collab became true. W Zerka.
Hate to say it. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. I used to tell Sneeko, I'm like, Zerka will never get between us. But then, Sneeko lost me. He lost me. The Cocaine Crusader, dude. It's like I feel it coming on. The Cocaine Crusader is back. He reminded me today, he's like, it's just Christian brothers. I'm like, you're right, dude. Dan Bilzerian, a Jew, not a Christian. Sneak disser, Muslim, not a Christian. It's a problem.
Midwest Chud sent $20. Also a Jew grower like Passover guy. Me and Lil Bro dropped the yids and our catechumens. Thanks for saving this bloodline.
Let's go! Love it! Me and Lil Bro dropped the yid. Yo, let's go. Love to hear it, man. Your soul has been saved. Love that. Listen, if Jews become Catholics, I welcome you. Jews become Catholics, but you have to be for real, okay? You have to be fucking for real. We can't be conversos, okay? If you're gonna convert, you gotta convert for real. I know, dude, I can't even, it's gonna be too specific. Jews have this tendency of converting to Catholicism, but simultaneously, they also believe in reincarnation, among other things. Like, it has been said that there are Jews out there who will say they convert to Catholicism, but don't really mean it, don't really believe it. They still believe in reincarnation. They don't believe the Old Testament actually happened, among other things. And that's just like sort of the problem.
Indian Groiber, unmatched perspicacity in your division. Truly the GOAT.
Factual.
Thank you for what you do. God bless you, sir.
Thank
Saluting
you,
face
man.
emoji. USA emoji.
Unmatched perspicacity and sheer indefatigability. The GOAT! Dude, Andrew Tate is honestly the most unproblematic. Isn't he? This guy is the blueprint. He went on his generational run, took over the world, got nuked from orbit, survived, and now he's flying away on his private jet, just living the good life, getting ready for a comeback. Like, honestly, I am so vindicated on Tate, because I was always pro Tate. Well, we had a feud for a little while. I liked him, and then we had a little feud, because they didn't like me very much. Whatever. Point is, I always, was a big fan, big supporter, and people said, oh, that's third worldism. It's like, no, dude, he just gets it. Bro just gets it.
Andrus Lift sent $20. Your celibacy glow up is goated, Nick. I saw a video of you from 2015.
What's a celibacy glow up? I don't know what that means. But yeah, I mean, look, I had to fill in. Like, I looked like a pussy in high school. I looked like a nerd. I think I look better now maybe than ever. Coming into my own.
Fuck Snecko, I'm glad he got punched in the face.
I wouldn't go that far. I'm not glad he got punched in the face, but look, he's just disrespectful. He's disrespectful. He didn't value our friendship. He didn't value me. Imagine I'm your best friend and you just sneak diss me like that, treat me like trash. Not cool. So yeah, I don't know. I support him being punched in the face or whatever, but dude's a piece of shit.
No more Mr. Nice Man. Virgil let me down.
Virgil's in the ground, but he still let me down. Total fucking Virgil, man. Bro is Virgil. Bro, is the reincarnation of fucking Virgil, dude. Sneeko is the literal reincarnation of fucking Virgil. He is as Virgil as it gets. It just is what it is. Our featured story, we are once again talking about the war in Iran. Major developments today. Big news. Guys, this is serious stuff. If you missed the previous 90 episodes about this war, you are not going to want to miss this one. Okay, this is big news. This is some serious stuff. I think it's about to get real, this time seriously. But we'll talk about all that. We'll get into all the latest developments. I know you guys don't love it. I see Reuters tweeting and saying, oh, great, it's another episode about the war in Iran. Well, I'm sorry, but that is what is happening in the world. I know the war is dragging on and on and on. 88 days of war in Iran. But that's what is in the news. There's almost nothing else. We're living through the worst content drought of all time. I'm watching Clavicular stream earlier tonight. He's in the club doing Fortnite emotes. It's all the usual suspects. It's all the same. It's all day in, day out. Day in, day out. It's just another day, isn't it? But we'll get into it. We'll get into all the details. I'll try to spice it up. I'll try to say something edgy. I'll try to say something funny. I'll try to hit the funny button. 88 days of war in Iran. That's my favorite number. You like that? So we'll get into that. We're also going to talk about Trump's epic lawsuit against his rape victim. See, this is what I love to see. Can we get more of this? The Trump administration is suing Jean Carroll. This is that woman who sued Trump in civil court for raping her 45 years ago. Now Trump is taking the fight to his rape victim, and he is suing her for perjury. He says that she perjured herself in the trial. This is a criminal case brought by the DOJ, and he's going to bring the full weight of the White House down on this 83-year-old SA victim. Finally, some good news. I love to see a guy fight back. Isn't it true, though? We all knew that was a load of nonsense. She was that woman who claimed that they went to the shopping mall and he molested her in the changing room or something. We know it's fake. She got awarded a $5 million settlement. And they called him a rapist because of it. But now our glorious hero is fighting back. He's going to put her in her place.
Segment 8 transitions from personal anecdotes to major national political news. Nick describes having his first beer with Gavin McInnes in New York, framing it as a moment of personal significance. He then pivots to Donald Trump's civil and legal battle against Jean Carroll, praising Trump's decision to countersue for perjury. Nick frames this as a necessary and aggressive fight against political enemies. This commentary is indicative of the broader populist defense of Donald Trump's legal strategies. By portraying Trump's legal battles not as personal controversies, but as part of a larger war against corrupt institutions, alternative media figures reinforce a narrative of systemic persecution. This approach helps sustain supporter loyalty during prolonged legal controversies, presenting aggressive counterattacks as a model of political courage for the broader movement.
More of this. See, this is the thing about the Trump administration. Why can't it just be fighting our actual enemies? Women, Hassan Piker, illegal immigrants, African migrants, the Jews. Why can't we fight our actual enemies that are fucking everything up? Why do we have to fight the good guys? The Shiite Muslims are the good guys. I was talking to this Pakistani the other day. He was pilling me on how Sunni Islam is a creation of the Jews. And I said, I don't know about all that, but honestly, it tracks. Because Saudi Arabia, the Emirates, these guys are all owned by Israel. He said the reason they hate the Shiites is because they can't be subverted. They can't be controlled. So we're fighting the good guys. What we should be doing is invading Canada, invading Mexico, invading Cuba. What we should be doing is imprisoning Hassan Piker forever, imprisoning his uncle. Anna Kasparian can go free. She's okay. We should be going after the SPLC, the ADL. We should be going after the Me Too victims. We should be going after BLM and the rest of them. I want to see, it could have been so good. You guys don't understand my pain and disappointment. When I was so anti-Trump in 24 and 25, people said, well, it's going to be better than the Democrats. I'm like, but it can be so much better. Things could be so much different. Don't you understand? We have the Department of Justice Trump is putting loyalists in charge of the FBI and the DOJ. Do you understand what a big deal that is? We could have actually weaponized the Pentagon and the DOJ and the National Guard against all of our enemies. It could have been so good. This is why I like to say, I wish Trump is who liberals say he is. They say Trump is this National Socialist dictator. I know, I wish he was that. They say he's going to cancel the elections. He's going to run for a third term. He's going to deploy the National Guard to arrest all weed smokers, illegal immigrants, feminists, people getting abortions. I'm like, I know. I realize what a disappointment it is too, that he's not doing those things. Instead, you're just getting nonsense. You're getting total Jewish victory. Total Jewish victory. You know, you got to hand it to him. You got to hand it to them. They lucked out here. Credit where it is due. Trump gave them a Zionist-occupied government, okay? It is what it is. But the white quarter zip guys, it looks so good. I get compliments on this everywhere I go. I was at this club the other night. Everybody said, yo, is that the Jeffrey Epstein quarter zip? That's hilarious. Dude, that's sick. They love it. They actually love the quarter zip. I'm talking Democrats, Republicans, blacks, whites, especially Hispanics. I get compliments on this all the time. They say, yo, that's the Epstein quarter zip. That's hilarious. You instantly become the life of the party. It's a lifestyle thing. I saw some complete asshole on Twitter today. I have kind of this hot and cold thing with this guy. He's like this anonymous user. I mentioned him on the show a few weeks ago. I thought we were cool. Then he trashed me. He said, I'm like, you know, Nick is friends with Sneeko. He's just too pure for this world. Like, he's literally too autistic to understand everyone hates him. Same guy said on Twitter, he goes, imagine how big of a loser you need to be to give $100 to be in a group chat. I want to say, I'm sorry, is $100 a lot of money to you? Maybe it's not for you then. See, this is what you guys need to understand. If that's your mentality, maybe it's not for you. It's sort of like how people look at these fancy restaurants and they say, $500 for a 12-course meal? Pff, I'd rather get a hot dog and chips for $1. It's like, well, listen, just say you're poor. Like, if that's a lot of money for you, I don't know, just say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not really for people. If that's your whole paycheck, it's not really for you, you know? So I saw this guy, he's like, imagine paying $100 to be in a group chat. It's like, is that supposed to mean something? Like, yeah, it's $100. It's not a big deal, actually. It's for rich people. The group chat is for rich people. It's not for people that are cracking their piggy bank open at the end of 5 years and gathering all their pennies and putting in the Coinstar machine at Jewel Osco so they can buy their month. No, sorry. This is for the 1,000 new millionaires that are created every day. It's for my drop shippers. It's for my crypto scammers. It's for my sports bettors, polymarket arbitrage people. This is for geniuses that make money, not for broke wages that, you know, get told what to do all the time. Okay? Just so you understand. I saw this tweet. It got like 30 likes, but I was like, you know, what the fuck is this guy's actual problem with me? You know, you got a problem with me, just say it. So it's there for you, like I said, totally optional. I think, you know, if you're in there, you're a winner because you got it like that. If you're in the group chat, it just means you got it like that, and that's all it means. Clavicular 28? Hey, never say never. I don't know, though. We might see clavicular on APAC Tracker at this point. You're going to see like one of those APAC Tracker graphics, and it'll be clavicular. How much did that club cost? I'm not throwing shade. I like him. It's just funny. So no, unfortunately, no. Could you imagine if Clavicular ran for president? That would actually be kind of viral. That would actually be cool. He had to go with the Israeli gangsters. It sucks, but it is what it is. I'll be in Miami soon. Maybe I'll pull up. Can I pull up? Will they let me in? I'm banned from every other club. Can I go to, what is it called? Baccarat? Can I pull up? Can we play the song just like old times? Yo, Clavicular, it's me, Nick, remember me? Yo, let's play the song again. I'll be like banging on the door. Clav, yo, tell him I'm cool. He sends out 5 security guards. They all have yarmulkes on. Clavicular sitting in the back of Baccarat with the girls. He's like, he pulls over Joe the boxer. Yo, Clavicular Doe, tell him I'm cool. Tell him we're friends. I'm cool, right? Let me party. I want to go to the club again. He sends out, there's like 16 IDF soldiers. Kind of sad, right? Kind of depressing. They literally pick me up and throw me out because I'm 125 pounds. They hoist me up over their head, 16 IDF soldiers, and throw me out of the club. Clav, I thought we were friends. You changed. You switched up, man. You switched up. I got to go back to, what was that club we went to? I don't even remember the name of it. Everybody's switching up. Now, Clav is still cool, but he won't let me party. I just want to party just like old times. That sucks. I'm going back to Miami, and I'm not going to be able to hit up the fucking club. What is that? I want to go back to the club. But I want to go back to I want to party. I drink now. I want to drink at the club. I want to make love in the club. No, I'm kidding. My clubbing days are over. I was involuntarily retired by the Jews. When I die and go to heaven, I'll be like, why did you let them think I was so anti-Semitic? And God will say, that was your camouflage. I was protecting you. He was protecting me from the club. Why did you let them ban me from all the clubs? Why did you let them ban me from Instagram? That was your camouflage. I was protecting you. I'm too old for the club.
IYKYK sent $20.
It's over.
Just letting you know that Milo is talking shit about you to you.
In segment 9, Nick offers a sharp critique of the Trump administration's foreign policy, arguing that it represents a victory for Zionist interests rather than populist goals. He expresses disappointment that Trump did not fully weaponize the Department of Justice and the military against cultural and political enemies. Additionally, Nick defends his high-priced group chats, framing them as exclusive spaces for successful individuals. This segment highlights a growing tension within the populist right between ideological purists and pragmatic supporters of Donald Trump. By criticizing Trump from a nationalist perspective, Nick attempts to maintain his position as an independent ideological leader who refuses to compromise. It also demonstrates how alternative media figures use exclusive financial models to fund their operations and build dedicated high-value networks within their broader audience.
Everyone's talking shit about
Streets
me.
at 20.
Everyone's talking about me. Let's just pause right there. Watch this. Let's just pause right there. Everyone's talking about me.
Streets sent $25.
everyone.
Just rewatched. Her teeth are fine actually. The chatter was hitting. Her eyebrows are the issue. Every chat morph of you is just you with them fixed.
Think so? What do I do about them? Yeah, I think you're right. I just got to get them cleaned up. I don't know where to go, though. My fear is that if I get my eyebrows done, they're going to look gay, you know? Like if they look too like manicured or whatever, that it's just going to look gay. So I don't know.
How do you feel about the enchanting effect you have on women?
I have no enchanting effect on fucking anybody, okay? Everybody just hates me and wishes I would just go die. That's how it feels. Lately, it just feels like complete indifference. No one is enchanted, and there is no enchanting effect. That I can tell you. Enchanted. No enchantments, bro. I'm a fucking wood pickaxe.
Soy guy sent $20.
No
when were you and
enchantments.
Candy Ass Owens getting married? The boys can't wait much longer.
She's married, dude. They're all married.
Raper Groy percent 50.
It's like that movie.
Raper Groy percent $50. About to turn 21. Started a digital ad agency doing $20K/month. Got confirmed into the church, and I'm 4 semesters from my finance and poli sci
Love
degree.
it, yo!
Your advice helped a lot. Thank you, Nick.
Look, see, people do it every day. God bless you, man. I love that. I fucking love winners, and I love that. Bro is 20 years old, doing 20 grand a month, and what are you doing? And what are you doing? Nothing? What are you doing, pussy? People do it every day. They do it every day. This 13-year-old Groiper is making $50,000 on an AI rap, and basically you are a fucking loser. So I love to hear it, man. God bless. Good for you, man. Catholic, educated, money. Love it. Love it, love it. Stay locked in. Stay locked in, nephew.
Cray sent $30. What is Chad Champion's problem? The contrarian gimmick is so trite.
Is he being contrarian? I don't know what the big problem is with, people are all over Fishback all of a sudden. It just seems like concern trolling. I just don't really see. People are like bitching and whining about it. It's like we have a candidate who's getting buzz and getting excitement, pushing the Groyper message, and people are getting weird about it. It's kind of, there seems like something's going on there. I don't know what that is exactly, but, you know, I would have gotten behind these other candidates, but they just didn't have the same, there wasn't energy. Fishback, what I like about him is he's putting in the hard work. He's doing 3-4 campaign events every day. He's viral on social media. They got a great digital team. He's an articulate spokesman about the issues. And I think it's an uphill battle. Like, obviously, Byron Donalds has tons of endorsements and tons of money. But I think they're running a really interesting campaign. And I just like to see that there's somebody out there pushing a similar message. I like it as a blueprint. I like it as a prefigurement. And I think, you know what? When they do that debate in July, it'll be very interesting to see what comes of that. So if there were more candidates like that, I'd throw my support behind all of them. But the problem is so many of these candidates, they just suck. They don't do events. They're lazy. They're not good speakers. They're not that smart. So I like what I see from him. And I think that's, it's just interesting. Let's just see where it goes. But people are like concern trolling now.
Trivia: what 15 or so countries were created as a direct result of World War I's end?
You know, if you have one that's like name one thing, what 6 million countries? Thank you for the big super chat. 50. You don't even know how many. What 15 or so countries?
Radagon sent $2,500. Can the dude step it up with the donations? We can't keep letting the Foids money mog us.
Yo, thank you for the massive super chat. 07s for Radagon. Thank you so much, man. Very true. The Foids are just like, I don't know what happened, but the Foids are just printing the money. Thank you for the unbelievably huge super chat. Thank you for the support. God bless. Seriously, thank you, man. 07's in the chat for the GOAT.
Infamous Nutsack sent $50. I have sympathy for Danger Sluts Hubs. Your Groyper wedding is celebrated on AF to this. First year is the hardest, they say, lol.
Your Groyper wedding is celebrated on AF to the... Oh, right. Well, look, they started it. They wanted to be shitty about it. I was nice. I knew about the threesome. I knew about all that stuff, and I was trying to be nice. I knew she was a hoe. And they're sending in super chats about the marriage. And I was like, well, you know, it's great. It's totally great. I would see, this is what, do you see what a nice guy I am? She's a total hoe. I knew that. You think I don't know these things? I know everything. I know everything that goes on. So this hoe has her Groyper wedding, and people are sending in super chats saying, oh, how about the Groyper wedding? That was cringe. And I'm like, well, no, it's okay. Like, she's part of the community, whatever. I was literally as nice as I could possibly be, knowing about the threesome and that she's a hoe. And then they diss me. But see, people don't even realize how kind I am. That's called integrity. It's all those little things you do that people never see or acknowledge. It's all those little things that people take for granted. You don't know you have it until you don't. Until you treat me like fucking trash. So yeah, I knew about the threesome, and I knew she was a hoe, and I knew about all of it, and I still was nothing but nice. I wouldn't go on her show. I'm not going to promote her, but I was nothing but nice. And then she goes in the New York Times and says, maybe America First is going to succeed without Nick. Well, maybe you can take your fucking cuck and shut the fuck up forever. What do you think about that? Maybe you could take your bullshit conference and your fucking cuck husband and your sugar daddy, and you can go and fuck off and have audio problems for the rest of your life. Dumb bitch. So yeah, I was nothing but nice, and this is how I get treated.
Randall from Recess sent $20. Keith over Chrome. LARPing climate bro with Ukraine flag or charismatic Irishman. Tough call. Orville/Paul Hauser collab?
Keith over Chrome, huh? I saw their little feud on Twitter. Look, Keith is my boy, okay? That's my best friend. That's my best friend in the whole world. That's my nigga, bro. Keith Woods, that's my nigga. That is the homie. That is my day one. So we love Keith, and I definitely agree with him. Look, I like Chrome. We're going to have our Call Me By Your Name summer this summer. We're in total agreement on that. We're fully sending that one up. Little Call Me By Your Name summer. So look, I like Chrome, and I like some of his content, but yeah, like, I agree with Keith, and he's pushing the Democrat thing a little too far. He says, no, we have to just be unironic Democrats. It's like, bro, the Democrats are not who you think they are. It's not going to go the way you think it's going to go. The Democrats are actually evil. And look, I get it. It's blue wave. It's funny, all that kind of stuff. But look, the Democrats get in, your boy is going to jail. I hope you know that. Democrats get in, we are getting like murder fucked to death. we are getting murder raped to death if the Democrats become the president. So I disagree with him about that. But that doesn't mean we can't have a Call Me By Your Name summer. That doesn't mean we're not all in on that. That doesn't mean we're not sending that up. We're not fully sending that one out there. But yeah, I'm going to have to side with Keith on that one. Coming back to theaters too.
Segment 10. Personal appearance, online critiques, and the financial success of Nick's viewers. He discusses audience comments about his grooming, expressing concern that changing his appearance might alienate his followers. He also celebrates a young viewer who claims to make a significant monthly income through a digital ad agency, framing this as proof of the movement's upward mobility. This segment illustrates the community-building aspects of alternative media platforms by balancing personal concerns about self-presentation with success stories from his audience. Nick fosters a sense of shared identity and mutual advancement. For observers, this highlights how online political movements function not just as ideological spaces, but as social and professional networks that offer validation, lifestyle advice, and economic inspiration to their members.
So we have that to look forward
Groiber in
to.
the Swamp sent $30. Hey Nick, what's your Chipotle order?
I don't need a Chipotle. It's all slop.
Are you pretty much at your goal weight or do you want to get lower? Congratulations, by the way. I too have lost a tremendous amount of weight in my life and I know it's a great feeling.
I don't really have a goal weight. I didn't really set out. I just said like I want to get as skinny as possible. So I think I'm going to stop like right around here. I think I'm going to stop right around like 125. And then I might put on a little muscle.
Bannon/Fishback 2028.
No, dude, that's not, fuck you. That's not the ticket. Thank you for the big super. I love when people are just like, just shut up. Just shut up. Please just shut up. Thank you for the big super chat, but no, dude, no. Like, Bannon is not our guy, okay? Where even is he? I feel like, does he even do a show anymore? I thought we were going to be bros, and then I just never heard from him. But no, I don't think so. He brought on Josh Hammer and said, oh, you're amazing. It's like, hang on. Steve Bannon brought on Josh Hammer and was like, you know, Josh Hammer, you're amazing. I love your book. Brother, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Everyone in here is in trouble right now. So I don't know about all that. I don't know about that. I'm glad that he's against Vance, but I don't like all that. That part, that part was not good.
Young Groip, not a big fan of Sneeko, sent $20. Thoughts on hitting Sneeko with a big shovel?
No. No violence. Do you know me? No violence. No, I want to make that clear. Look, we just want Sneeko to know we're not happy. I don't want him to be hurt or anything like that. I still care for his well-being, even though, you know, he doesn't, you know, he thinks I should just go and die or whatever. But we just want him to know that we're not happy.
Young Pablo 9, Nikki Ferriola from the Cicero crew is a fan of yours. You need to embrace your inner Guinea and go on the Skinny podcast with Joey Merlino from Philly. You midnight, midget, Mexican, Machiavelli you. Grant Peterson sent $50.
That's just like gave me the ick. That super chat smelled like cigarettes. That super chat smelled like dried beer and cigarettes. You sound like one of my dad's friends. You sound like my dad would be like, hey, this is my friend. Hey, you got to go on the whatever. We love this podcast. Yeah, I don't know. But you sound like old. Am I making myself clear? You sound like an old fart. Sound like an old fart. You sound like you smell like cigarettes and dried beer on a bar table. On a high top bar table.
Diversity Stole My Bike sent $2,267.
Whoa! 6'7". Thank you for the huge super chat. Dude, remember 6'7"? Oh, man. Make it 6'7" again. Can we just make it? Remember when that was going on? I remember on like Labor Day, we were out on the lake and there were like these like little kids on a dock and we're just like 6'7". It's just like everybody, young and old, everybody was doing it. Remember that? Thank you for the huge super chat. I really appreciate it. God bless. Diversity Stole My Bike. Is this guy like Saudi? This guy's a Saudi, bro. This guy moves like the Saudi. This guy's like Tucker's friend. Thank you for the massive super chat. I really appreciate it, man. God bless.
Hi, Nick. My friend Veil.Angelcake wanted to know if you prefer Coke Zero or Diet Coke.
Diet Coke. Diet Coke for sure. Coke Zero tastes like shit. Diet Coke actually tastes good.
I love how #1 anti-Semite 13% you Blizzerian and commie professors Chang try to call you controlled opposition.
Yeah, the guy who's like has the FBI up his ass for 30 years with triple citizenship. Yeah, he's clean. And the resident of China, he's cool. It's the 27-year-old live streamer who's been through fucking everything.
You brought up Epcot yesterday. Great example why culture identity is essential. We crave distinct nations. See ya in Mexico.
What is this take? Diabolical take. Bro said, this is the real diversity is so important. Dude, shut up. If the whole world could be white, that would be that would be better. Don't give me this nonsense like the real diversity is nationalism for everybody. It's like, dude, the real victory condition is whites control everything. The fuck are you talking about? You know what Epcot is? It's run by white people. Epcot is the real model. What are you talking about? It's like a simulacrum? Because what is Epcot? It is like it's a white intentional community where white people are making all the different recipes. They're LARPing. They're LARPing. Real Mexicans do not make Epcot. Real Mexicans make like a cartel-run country. And so on and so forth with the rest of them. No, the world is not, oh, the real diversity is like Epcot. No, dude, that was like when everything was a colony. Epcot is like the world when every part of the planet was a European colony. That's just like some wholesome Chungus, Keith Woods ass nationalism for all nations. I respect the sovereignty of all nations. Well, I don't. I don't. Nationalism. Your country is called Central African Republic. Your demonym is a direction. Your demonym is a direction. Hi, I'm a Centralese. The rich Centralese culture. You're in proximity to other artificial borders. Nationalism for all nations. Give me a break. How about civilization at the tip of a spear for everybody? Civilization brought to you at the tip of a sword for every indigenous tribe. And you can polish the diamonds. Somebody has to mine the fucking nickel, dumbass. Somebody has to mine the fucking cobalt for the smartphones. Nationalism for all nations. No, you don't understand. The Congolese people have a right to all the cobalt. We have to negotiate with them. Here's an idea. Let's fly down in our mech suits from our fucking spaceship and let's hold them at the point of a plasma rifle and take all their stuff. And they'll be grateful. How about the white people come down in our flying saucers with our plasma rifles and our mech suits and we just take everything? And we'll build them housing. We'll build them stuff. Yes. And we will build them stuff as we did, as we always do. Look at the architecture in South Africa, and we will build them things, but we will be the boss, but the aliens will be in charge. Okay. The Aryans from Atlantis will be in charge.
Rick Smith Swat sent $20. What do you think of Michael Jackson? Are the allegations bogus or do you think he did it?
I honestly could not care less.
Gamer Groy % $20.
That's one of those things that's just like, it doesn't mean anything to me. I was born after Michael Jackson was a thing. People are, I don't like Michael Jackson that much. Some people are big Michael Jackson guys. I'm not one of them.
Hey Nick, I'm currently unemployed because I dropped out of college. What are some good job opportunities you recommend to make money?
What is even that, bro? Fuck you. You dropped out of college and you're unemployed? You sound like a loser. Here's your step one, get back in college. Why did you drop out of college? Step one, go back to college and beg for your seat back. Step one, go back to college. Why would you drop out with no job? The only reason you should drop out of college is if it's like bankrupting you or you have something better lined up. I'm unemployed. I dropped out of college. How can I make money now? You're cooked, bro. You're cooked. The rig is calling. Go work on an oil rig. I dropped out of college and now I'm unemployed. Where should I get a job? How about an oil rig? How about a fucking oil rig? Taco Bell. That's my recommendation. I'll see you at Taco Bell.
Groy % $50. I apologize in advance for this chat, but I dropped $300 plus on merch back in March that still hasn't shipped, and I can't get support to email me back. Sorry again.
Send a support ticket. Send a support ticket, okay?
In the 11th segment, Mick provides career advice to an unemployed college dropout, recommending that they return to higher education or seek demanding physical labor, such as working on an oil rig. He also addresses ongoing complaints about unshipped merchandise, advising viewers to submit formal support tickets. Finally, he compares his platform to mainstream conservative hosts like Tim Pool, asserting his own media superiority. This segment demonstrates the practical, everyday interactions that sustain online communities. By acting as a mentor, addressing operational business issues, and positioning his content against mainstream competitors, Mick seeks to maintain credibility and audience trust. The direct, often harsh advice given to followers reflects a paternalistic leadership style that is common among online populist figures who present themselves as realistic guides in an uncertain economy.
Enough with
Weedman
this.
Bad sent $20. I can't even listen to Tim Pool since finding your show. Thank you. I can't believe I listened for so long.
I
You
know.
and Dave Smith are all I can consume without my bullshit radar going off.
Right. Yes. I agree with that. Yeah, you know, look, I like Tim Pool, but my show is just better.
Hunter Biden's Coke dealer sent $20.
Sure.
Do you prefer smoothies or milkshakes?
What kind of question? Oh, it's this person.
Hondo,
Oh, okay.
saluting face emoji, sent $20.
Right.
McMahon, thank you for making me laugh and keeping me informed. Heart with ribbon emoji. I saw a clip from Ye 24 Days. Ye was equating capitalism with Jewish economics, both contrasted with patriotism. What are your thoughts?
Thank you for the huge super chat. I appreciate it on that. I mean, I don't know, man. You guys are just kind of hurting me with this. Capitalism is Jewish economics. Thoughts? Thoughts on, you've said nothing, you fucking idiot. Like, I'm sorry. I appreciate the big super chat. Thank you for all the support, but it's like, you're not fucking saying anything. Thoughts on what? This retarded ass non-statement? What is Jewish economics? What does that mean? You fucking idiot. He was equating capitalism. I don't know what clip you're talking about, and I don't even know what that means. Contrasted with patriotism. That doesn't mean anything. I don't have any thoughts on that because none of that means anything. You haven't said anything. That's a bunch of nonsense that means nothing. So I have no I can't create your thoughts for you. You're not saying anything. Thoughts on what? You've said nothing. He equated capitalism with Jewish economics, contrasted with patriotism. Thoughts? That doesn't mean anything. Those are my thoughts. I have no thoughts on that because it means nothing. But I appreciate the big super chat. I'm glad you liked the show. I don't know what you mean by that.
Ozariat sent $50. W pilled Pakistani.
Yeah, he was pilling me on Turkey and the Bosporus Strait, among other things. Very pilled, very helpful too. Very helpful. My Pakistani goat. Helping me out of a jam. Helping me out of a little bit of a jam. So, we appreciate him. W Fixer. Dude, we love Pakistan. We are loyal to Pakistan over India. I used to think Pakistan sucked, but then I realized they have nuclear bombs pointed at India and Israel, and then I realized they're awesome. That's why they want us to hate them.
River Forest Groy percent $21. If you see me in River Forest, I might say hi.
Yo, River Forest Groiper. And if you see me out in Wicker Park, I'm a talkative guy. If you see me out in River Forest, I might say hi. If you see me in Wicker Park, I'm a talkative guy. What's going on, the goat? Straight from River Forest. Hey, that's a stone's throw away from where I currently am, Berwyn, Illinois. What up, goat? Good to hear from you, buddy. Truly. Neighborhood. Bro's the neighborhood Groy.
Observer Groy percent $100. IPAC endorsed Ed Galrain, John Cornyn, and John Fleming. Trump endorsed Ed Galrain, Ken Paxton, and Julia Leclo. IPAC went 1/3. Trump went 3/3.
That's just totally missing the point right now. The difference is that Ken Paxton is not an anti-Israel ideologue. Dumbass. Talk about context denial. Thomas Massie was the #1 Israel-critical Republican in Congress, and that's why AIPAC poured in $20 million. So to compare that to Cornyn and Ken Paxton, it's just not even the same thing. Ken Paxton is not an anti-AIPAC ideologue. The comparison doesn't make any sense.
Poop D. Groy percent $25. Your glow up has shown the true darkness that lies within others. They can't stand seeing you shine.
It's real, right? That is true. That is true. They can't take it. The radiant power of the ascension. Too bright. Okay, that's our last super chat. That's going to do it for me tonight. Remember to smash the follow button, smash the like button, leave a comment.
The final segment concludes the broadcast with a discussion on economic theory, regional geopolitics, and closing remarks. Nick dismisses an audience question about Jewish economics as nonsensical, refusing to engage with poorly defined concepts. He then reiterates his support for Pakistan over India, citing Pakistan's nuclear capabilities as a strategic counterweight in global affairs. Finally, he thanks his supporters and encourages them to engage with his platform. This segment encapsulates the ideological mix that defines Nick's brand. A combination of anti-establishment foreign policy, direct audience engagement, and the rejection of mainstream political correctness. As a final statement, it reinforces the broadcaster's role as a controversial, independent voice who seeks to challenge conventional Western political and economic narratives while maintaining a highly loyal online base.